Hello guys, welcome to Joanne Chisel Kitchen. On today's menu, I'm gonna be showing you how I made this delicious goat meat stew. First, I'll show you the ingredients I use for my stew. Here, I have my bowl of spices. I have curry, thyme, seasoning cubes, some shallots, and bay leaf. And then I have my tomato puree. I have my crayfish. I have some ginger powder, some garlic powder. I have my goat's meat and some salt, vegetable oil, onion. I'm using purple onion, and I have my fresh tomatoes and fresh pepper. So I'm going to blend the fresh tomatoes and fresh pepper smooth. And then I have my vegetable. I'm using ugu for the vegetable, and you can use any one of your choice. So I'm going to start by boiling the meat. So here I have my pot on the fire. I'll add in my already washed goat meat. I washed the goat meat with some salt. So after adding my goat meat, I will season with little salt, and then I'll add in my chopped onion. I'm using one ball for the meat, and I'm going to use the other two ball for the stew. And after that, I'll add in my garlic powder, and then I'll add in my ginger powder. For the garlic and ginger, you can use fresh ones. I'm using the powder because that is what I could lay my hands on. And after adding that, I'll add in my seasoning cube. As you can see, I break the seasoning cube into two. I just added one part, and I'll add the other one later on. And then I'll pour in my mixed spices where I have shallots, thyme, and curry. And then I'll add in my bay leaf, and I'll cover this and allow it to boil. As you can see, it has boiled. I'll give this a nice stir, and here it is well mixed, and I'll add in the water that will help me cook the goat's meat. You want to cook this till it's tender. You know goat's meat can be hard, so you're going to cook for a little long while. I'll stir it all around, and then I'll cover it and allow it to cook. So here, as you can see, my goat's meat is well cooked. Just from the look, it's already obvious, and the meat is looking tender. So I'm going to remove the meat from the fire, and then I'll separate the meat from the stock as usual and set that aside. So here I have my pot on the fire. I'm going to add in my vegetable oil I'm using for the stew, and then I'll add in my onion once the oil heats up, and I'm going to allow this to stir fry very well, allow the onion to saute. And after frying this, I'll add in my tomato puree. Remember I told you I'm using 130 grams of puree for this stew, so you want to add more or less depending on the size of the stew you're using. Okay, so I'm gonna stir this first and allow it to fry. For you to know that this has fried well, it's gonna look like crumbs, it will scatter inside the oil, just as you can see it here. It's no longer molded here, it's already scattered, it's looking separate. So after frying it to this level, I'll add in my already blended fresh tomatoes and pepper. Yeah, I blended that together, and then I'll add it into the pot and give it a good stir. Stir this very well to mix with the tomato puree. And after mixing this, I'm gonna cover this and allow it to fry until my fresh tomatoes is well fried and it doesn't have any raw taste in the mouth. That is a very necessary process. Here, as you can see, the tomato is well fried. It's now a bit thicker than it was. And after this, I'll add in my goat meat. Remember I told you I will separate the meat from the stock, and then I'll just add only the meat first. I'll stir it very well. I'm going to allow this cook so that the stew will go into the meat. After adding the meat, I'll add the remaining part of the seasoning cube. After adding that, I'll come in with my crayfish. Most people don't like using crayfish for stew, but it's nice. And then I'll add in my goat meat stock. Why I'm adding this last and separately is because I want to measure it. I don't want my stew to be too watery, so and the goat's meat stock is much, so I just took little from it that I'm going to use for the stew. I'm going to reserve the rest in the freezer. I can use it for any other thing, so you want to do same. But if your pot of stew is big, you just add everything. Okay, so after stirring this, I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook very well. Allow the stew to go into the goat's meat. This is a very necessary process. Here, as you can see, is well cooked. The crayfish, the tomatoes, it has all gone into the meat. And then I'm going to introduce my fresh ugu vegetables. And for the vegetables, you can use lettuce, you can use parsley, whichever one you like, okay? It's just the greenies that are necessary, And then I'm going to give this a good stir. Ta-da! After stirring this, I'll cover and allow it to cook for just 45 seconds. You don't want to cook your vegetables for too long, okay? So that it will retain its vitamins. And here it is. My goat's meat stew is ready. I told you earlier that this recipe is so easy and simple. You should try this, okay? You need to see how good it looks, how sweet it is, how nice the aroma is. The air of my kitchen smells so good. So here it is, it's ready. I'm gonna dish this and have it with some cold juice. So guys, thank you very much for coming by to Joanne Chisel Kitchen. If this is your first time, thank you very much. Thank you for your support and your love, your comments. Please, I would like to know what you think about this stew, and if you're gonna be trying it, please don't forget to like, comment, share my videos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.